Hey guys, wanted to show you a new construction home kind of halfway through production at the installation stage, framework, mechanicals and stuff. It's a Riverside home here in North Star, Texas, 1957 Calva Drive. Worth checking out. I'm gonna flip the camera around, give me a sec. I kind of went wide angle on this so you could just see a little bit of everything that's going on. This house is getting ready to brick, so you have like brick ties on. That's what these little guys are. And we just foam insulated the home, so it's pretty cool to see at this stage. Really helps with insulation, keeps us Energy Star certified. The homes are pretty tight. When it's Energy Star certified, you're usually 30% more energy efficient than a house built today to code. You'll see in the garage, we built a wall all the way up to the attic, and I'll show you inside what that looks like. When we say mechanicals, we're talking like plumbing, electric, low voltage. So this stage of construction, you can see all that fun stuff. Guts, foam insulation. When they say blocked and wired for a ceiling fan, you'll see a more sturdy casing for the fan, and then 2 wires to a switch here. This is the Havasu floor plan. It's just over 2,100 square feet. And you could feel a difference when you walk a foam house. Obviously, HVAC system's not running right now, but somehow it's still cooler in here than outside. It was cold this morning, and it's retaining that temperature here. When it's the island, you'll usually see plumbing come up from like a conduit, electric as well, and they're tied to there. Builders these days are trying to keep as little plumbing and electric running through the slab on, so that if there's a repair down the road, it's a lot easier when you can access it through the attic or the exterior walls. You get little support beams like that. There's your attic. HVAC system, when it's a foam house, is inside the insulation. So is the ductwork, so it doesn't take as long to cool off the duct when the temperatures, you know, the air conditioning's running through it, or in the wintertime, the heat. That foam insulation is awesome. It's expansive, so you'll see a lot of expansive foam just kind of fill the cavity of the wall. It gets behind these crevices here and just kind of fully fills it in. The old fiberglass insulation, they just usually cut this out, and so there was no insulation back in there. You still do polysil with foam. All builders are usually having to do that to pass code, and that would be stuff in these gaps here. It's just that the foam helps in and over on top of that, I guess. In construction, you'll always see chaos. You see stuff breaking. Builders just keep going forwards, not backwards. We'll always fix this as we progress. I've had so many families come to me over the years and just like stress about a broken item in their home. And not to worry, we always fix it, complete it. Every builder does. Sometimes it just takes a little time to get to it. I usually make a bet with people. 3 or 4 windows will become broken through the production of the house. In here, you'll see a lot of the low voltage. So a lot of builders are doing these on Q systems, these junction boxes. And that would be like where coax Cat 5 go. Just a little protected here. But you can kind of see in here where eventually the internet providers and stuff will be able to access in the wall. You even see polysil down there. And underneath those boards, we usually have the thing called seal, S-E-A-L, S-E-A-L. So it's just a gasket under there that helps prevent air from coming through the outside. That green is just expressing that it's a termite treated lumber. So that's one less thing to worry about when you have a new construction home. Of course, this one will have a drop down mud pane, so they're kind of protecting it there, and then they'll have the tile on top of that. Builders will also do a little bit more moisture resistant drywall around wet areas like this. And then of course tile on top of that. Again, you'll see, so like that low voltage coming from that junction box just spreading out to the house. So in that, the white and blue wires in this case are coax Cat 5. Another blocked and wired outlet. Here's how it looks when it's not blocked and wired for a ceiling fan. Oftentimes you'll see like dimensions drawn on the slab. In this case, cabinet company's already come out, they've measured. It's so crazy how many steps ahead you have to think in new construction. In the case of measuring for countertops and cabinets, we're usually doing that at framework. That way they have plenty of time to make the cabinets and then be ready for install by the time they're here. A lot of the ductwork, in fact, all ductwork in a foam house has to go all the way outside. Same with like that microwave vent right there. Bathroom vents, you'll see, let's see if I can help you trace that. All the way around there to the outside. Pretty quiet in here too, thanks to that foam, so it's easier to do a little video for you all. This is just a quick synopsis of things I see. Oh, one other thing, you'll hear studs 16 inches on the center a lot of times. And so what that usually means is you're gonna take like a corner of a house, like a more support beam, so we'll take that one. And then from there, builders usually only have to do 16 inches. This is less in this case from what I could tell, but they have to do 16 inches. And then depending on municipality code, that could be as 20, 24 inches the next board, and so on and so forth. Riverside Home Builders does it 16 inches on the center, so every stud throughout the length of any wall is going to be at least 16 inches, or at most 16 inches in this case. And so oftentimes just adds a few more studs throughout the whole home, in terms of that many more they have to do that they wouldn't if they just stuck to base code. So it's cool that they always throw an extra couple 2x4s. And I was pointing out that every once in a while, let me see if I can find a ugly looking one or a broken one. So if these ones look really good, once in a while something like this might scare someone, but again, it came off a tree. But let's pretend that was a damaged board or just not connected or something. Well, being 16 inches on the center, you have a lot of extra boards that you need, or 2x4s than you need per code. So it's already more sturdy than it needs to be. So if there's ever one that just isn't carrying its own weight, let's call this one of those. It's just an ugly little blemish, but in that case, you just have extra support. More polyseal all the way around. So again, we're just trying to stop air loss at any access point. In rooms, you'll usually see operable windows. And you used to in the main living areas, but a lot of builders are going away from that, mostly for energy codes. So this single pane glass, well, it's two pane, but double pane, but single divided light. So there's no secondary opening place. It's just for energy efficiency. You have less air loss at those cracks. The more we could do these types of windows, the less you have to worry about losing air to the outside. So again, very, very, very sealed up homes nowadays. A foam home more than ever, more than others. An Energy Star certified home, more sealed up than others. Can't wait to see this video a decade from now. I just want to see how we progress from here, because this is really good stuff. Well, thank you guys for watching this nerdy little session of walking through a not complete new construction home with me. To me, it's the funnest part of construction. You get to see structure, innovation, technology, building codes all come together, numerous inspections, numerous hands on deck. They say it takes about 2,000 human beings to build a home from scratch. And I think that includes everyone from the architect to the painter and everyone in between. In about 279 trades, most municipalities, you're gonna have about 17 to 20 inspections. Sometimes those inspections include quality assurance walks, depending on the builder. I know Riverside Home Builders has 4 quality assurance walks throughout the process of building a home. And simply that's just looking for touch-ups, everything down to just paint touch-ups and functionality. Make sure the dishwasher works, the ceiling fan doesn't wobble, etc., etc. So, new construction is the way to go. There's not any perfection to this. It's all man-made or natural made. Every one of these 2x4s came off of a tree. That's nature making part of this house here. So there's no perfection, but there's a lot of warranties with new construction. So they take care of you when all is said and done. And you don't have to worry about if someone's smoked in the home or threw, you know, had 15 rabid dogs that lived in here or whatever, you know. So new construction, consider it when you're buying homes out there, because it's just it's new. It's just like new cars, except for houses tend to appreciate over time. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Give me a shout out or share the video if you know of anyone who this could help. Sorry it wasn't like rocket science, it's just little tidbits I've gathered over the years, but I'd like to share. So anyway, thanks so much. Have a good one.